What if there were countries where Filipinos don't just work, but truly belong? In 2026, migration is no longer just about visas or salaries, it's about dignity, safety, and respect. While some nations tighten borders, others quietly open their arms to Filipino workers, families, and students. These are places where Filipino culture blends naturally, where communities already exist, and where respect has been earned over the course of decades. Today, we reveal the 10 countries where Filipinos are not only accepted, but genuinely welcomed.
Number 10. Spain.
Spain shares a deep historical and cultural connection with the Philippines. This shared past creates familiarity for many Filipino migrants. Filipinos commonly work in caregiving, hospitality, and domestic services. Employers trust Filipinos with elderly and child care. Catholic traditions help Filipinos blend into local communities. The Spanish language takes time, but feels approachable. Filipino associations are active in major cities. Social relationships develop slowly but meaningfully. Residency through long-term stay is achievable. The cost of living is lower than in much of Western Europe. Filipino food and celebrations are increasingly visible. Discrimination exists but is often indirect rather than open. Spanish society values family closeness, similar to Filipino culture. Many Filipinos eventually feel emotionally at ease over time. Number 9. Ireland. Ireland has quietly become one of the most welcoming countries for Filipinos in Europe. Filipino nurses and caregivers are in high demand across Irish hospitals. English as the main language removes major communication barriers. Irish people are known for their warmth and friendliness toward migrants. Filipino workers are praised for kindness and reliability. Small Filipino communities quickly form strong family-like bonds. Worker protection laws are clear and enforced. Residency options have improved for long-term employees. Churches play a central role in Filipino social life. Cost of living can be high, but wages are stable. Employers often support visa renewals. Filipino children adapt smoothly into Irish schools. Discrimination cases are taken seriously by authorities. Life moves at a calmer pace compared to larger countries. Number 8. United States. The United States is home to the largest Filipino community outside the Philippines. Filipino migration to America dates back more than 100 years. Filipinos are deeply rooted in healthcare, education, military service, and technology. Filipino nurses are considered essential in hospitals across the country. English fluency allows Filipinos to integrate faster than many migrant groups. Strong family reunification laws help Filipinos bring loved ones over time. Filipino culture is openly celebrated through festivals and food. Community organizations provide legal and emotional support. Despite immigration challenges, Filipinos maintain a positive reputation. Work ethic and adaptability are widely respected by employers. Second-generation Filipinos excel academically and professionally. Filipino Americans are politically active in several states. Discrimination exists but is challenged through strong civil rights laws. Economic opportunities remain diverse across industries. Number 7. Singapore. Singapore has long been a familiar destination for Filipino workers. Over 200,000 Filipinos live and work across the city-state. Filipinos are employed as nurses, engineers, domestic workers, and service staff. English as an official language makes adjustment easier. Filipino professionalism is highly respected by employers. Worker protection laws are stronger than in most Asian countries. Filipino food and culture are visible and accepted. Proximity to the Philippines allows frequent family visits. Filipino churches are active and well-organized. Work discipline is strictly enforced but fair. Salaries are competitive compared to the region. Social integration is practical rather than emotional. Long-term passes are available for skilled workers. Filipino networks help newcomers settle quickly. Number 6. United Kingdom. The United Kingdom has relied on Filipino workers for decades, especially in healthcare. Filipino nurses are widely considered the backbone of many NHS hospitals. English fluency allows smooth communication and faster promotion. Filipino professionalism is openly acknowledged by British employers. Large Filipino communities exist in London and major cities. Churches and Filipino associations provide strong social support. Despite political debates on immigration, Filipinos maintain a positive reputation. Many Filipinos arrive on legal work visas with clear pathways. Long-term settlement is achievable with consistency. Filipino humor and politeness fit well into British culture. Workplace discrimination laws are enforced. Filipino food businesses are growing. Children adapt well in UK schools. Community pride remains strong. Number 5. Germany. Germany has become one of Europe's most important destinations for Filipino professionals. The country faces a serious shortage of nurses, caregivers, and technical workers. Bilateral agreements with the Philippines have strengthened legal recruitment. Filipino nurses are respected for discipline and compassion. German hospitals actively prefer Filipino staff due to their reliability. Language learning is challenging but heavily supported by employers. Worker protections are among the strongest in Europe. Filipino communities are growing steadily in major cities. Cultural adjustment takes time, but respect follows effort. Long-term residence options have expanded since 2025. Family reunification rules are improving. Salaries are stable and predictable. Filipino workers are rarely treated as disposable labor. Social systems protect migrants from exploitation.
Number 4. New Zealand.
New Zealand is often described by Filipinos as peaceful, fair, and emotionally safe. Filipinos are one of the fastest-growing migrant communities in the country. Employers actively recruit Filipinos for dairy farms, construction, nursing, and caregiving. English fluency gives Filipinos a strong advantage in daily life and work. Kiwi culture values humility, teamwork, and kindness, traits Filipinos naturally bring. Filipino churches play a major role in community bonding. Children of Filipino migrants integrate easily into schools. Work-life balance is respected more than in many countries. Residency pathways are transparent and realistic. Filipino workers are trusted with long-term contracts. Racism exists but is socially discouraged. Filipino food and celebrations are warmly received. Rural communities depend heavily on Filipino labor. Many Filipinos report low-stress living conditions.
Number 3. Japan.
Japan's relationship with Filipinos is built on decades of trust, discipline, and mutual respect. Over 300,000 Filipinos now live across Japanese cities and rural towns. Many work in caregiving, factories, hospitality, and increasingly in skilled technical roles. Japan's aging population has made Filipino workers essential rather than optional. Filipino caregivers are widely praised for patience, warmth, and professionalism. Cultural values like respect for elders and hard work strongly align between the two societies. Language remains a challenge, but government-funded Japanese training has expanded since 2024. Filipino churches and support groups offer strong emotional safety nets. Schools are becoming more inclusive of Filipino children. Employers value loyalty and long-term commitment from Filipino staff. Discrimination still exists, but has noticeably declined. Permanent residency is now more achievable for long-term workers. Filipino festivals are increasingly visible in urban Japan. Many Filipinos marry and settle permanently. Number 2. Australia. Australia's Filipino population has crossed 400,000, with steady growth into 2026. Filipinos are respected across healthcare, aged care, hospitality, and trades. Migration programs continue to prioritize English-speaking professionals, giving Filipinos a clear advantage. The shared love for sports, outdoor life, and humor creates instant social bridges. Filipino nurses are essential to Australia's aging population. Historically, Filipino migration surged after the 1980s and never slowed. Workplace culture values teamwork, something Filipinos naturally excel at. Anti-discrimination laws are strict and enforced. Filipino community groups are active nationwide. English fluency reduces social barriers. Salaries support family stability. Education for children is world-class. Permanent residency is achievable. Filipino accents are familiar and accepted. Cultural respect is visible in churches and multicultural events.
Number 1. Canada.
Canada remains one of the most Filipino-friendly nations in the world, with over 950,000 Filipinos now calling it home. Filipinos are among the fastest-growing immigrant groups, especially in healthcare, caregiving, construction, and IT. Programs like the Express Entry and Provincial Nominee programs actively favor skilled and semi-skilled workers, many of whom come from the Philippines. Culturally, Filipinos integrate easily due to shared English language use and family-centered values. Historically, Filipino nurses and caregivers helped fill labor shortages as early as the 1970s. Filipino festivals like Barrio Fiesta are officially supported in major cities. Churches, Filipino groceries, and community centers are widespread. Canadian employers openly recognize the Filipino work ethic and reliability. Discrimination exists, but it is legally addressed with strong protections. Citizenship pathways are clear and realistic. Many Filipinos sponsor parents and children within years. Remittances remain strong, but permanent settlement is now the priority. Winter is tough, but community warmth compensates. Filipino food is mainstream. Children of Filipinos thrive academically. In 2026, being welcomed is about more than visas, it's about respect, safety, and belonging. These 10 countries have shown, through policy and people, that Filipinos matter. While challenges exist everywhere, these nations stand out for fairness and opportunity. For Filipinos seeking a future abroad, these are not just destinations, they are possibilities. And in a changing world, that matters more than ever.